Today, I would like to share with you guys very realistic stuff, which actually no one tells you when you have the dream to go to study abroad at 17, 16. Doesn't matter. It took me 10 years, about 10 years, to say it out loud. When you move abroad when you are 17 to study, everyone is telling you only about how nice your life will be, how nice future is waiting for you, how much adventure will you have, how much fun you will have, how many friends you will find. But no one tells you what kind of loneliness will meet you. No one. And I'm not telling to make a drama here. I just want to really share what met me during these 10 years living abroad completely alone, when you don't have anyone to call and they can come to you very quickly. You don't have anyone when you are sick. You should manage everything by yourself. The first thing nobody tells you, bureaucracy. You start to investigate everything by yourself, every single thing. And if you have some doubts with language, you don't have anyone to help. When you are living in your home country, parents already know system. Usually they can come, they can help, they can translate what you don't understand. You can call them, and they will explain to you in very easy way what you need to do. Here, you do everything by yourself. Once you made mistake, you are going again and again and again and again through this bullshit which meet you. Once for you, it looks like you understood the system, something new is coming, and even something new is coming, and even local people cannot help you because you are not local, you are a foreigner, and for you can be different rules. You should understand it by yourself. What is the difference between citizenship and what is the difference between just tax residence? The second bothering thing, it is being sick and don't have opportunity to call someone who can help you. It might sound strange, but I was trying to convince my body to not get sick at all, because then it is easy to manage your life. Once you got sick, you still should do everything by yourself. You should go to the pharmacy, you should go to the doctor, usually by tram. You should go and make tea for yourself. And I had an experience being in the hospital here for 3 days, and then I had sick leave for 1 month. Thanks God I had a friend who helped me a lot, but it's still not same when you can fully feel easy, because you, for example, have parents who will care about you all the time, or you have siblings who still will care about you without any expectations. This is one thing which sounds fine when you say it out loud, because you already managed it and you were fine. It's okay. Now you cannot say that it was kind of hard, no? But over 10 years, always managing, always being fine, always handling everything yourself, it adds you up, because at some point it becomes a weight which you stop to notice. Third point which I've noticed in my life, it should be embarrassing to say it, but okay, I will. The crying, you never tell anyone. Yeah, this is the most hardest thing in my life. I was crying at least once every single month without telling anyone, without showing anyone. And this cry was not because of sadness sometimes. This crying was because of this weight which you have at your 17, at your 18, at your 19, and you don't know what to do with this. You were never facing this kind of stuff. And you cannot go home to your parents to feel yourself like a child, because it's not because you actually cannot, it's because it is completely expensive, because the time which it takes from you, it's not 2 hours, it's not even 3 hours, it's like ages. I'm from Belarus, I'm sorry, it takes ages, unfortunately. And you're crying, you don't want to give up, but in your mind always is going this chewing gum which is saying from one side that yes, let's give up and go home to parents, and from another side you are saying to yourself, how can I give up when I already did so much. This crying, some of them I was telling my parents, and some of them I was not telling anyone, because you don't want to share this, as you don't understand by yourself what is going on with you. You are discovering everything step by step with this crying. So the pressure I carried, a lot of it was created by different situations. But a lot of it I was creating by myself, for myself. Everything was because I put enormous expectations on myself. I don't know where did I get these expectations when I did what I did. I've moved to Poland, but I felt like I had to justify to leave. Why? I have no idea. Like, I had to make it worse what my parents sacrificed by letting me go. And I realized only at my 28 that it is a very heavy thing to carry at 17, 18, 19, and so on and so on. But now, at my 28, I've started to put pressure down. And I'm feeling more and more relaxed. I think just that it is important to say it out loud, what you lose living abroad more than 10 years. And it is very interesting thing for me, which I've also realized not a long time ago, because most of the life abroad I was living just to survive, to be honest, not enjoying full my life. So you miss birthdays, not only your own, your parents, your siblings, your relatives, and you don't want to be with them on calls, you want to be present there, but they have so much fun and you are not having this fun, you are here. You missed all of the holidays because, as I said one more time, it is kind of expensive to go there and back, even once per month. It's expensive in time, and it is expensive in money, and it is expensive in your head, as I say, in your health, let's say like this. You also miss newborns of your cousins, of your siblings, of your friends, if you have there. This is also important for just a human being. So I don't say it to be sad about this. I just think that people deserve to know what you will lose once you will move abroad. But there is also part which no one can take from you when you are moving. So I'm sharing just my own case, and everything what I have, I built myself. So my degree, my career, my apartment, my life in this city, every single thing was built by myself. Everything what I have here, I've made myself. My degree, my career, my apartment, my life in this city. I didn't have, nobody gave me a head start. I didn't have rich parents. I didn't have rich husband or rich boyfriend. Everything what I wanted to have, I've made it. And also, I didn't have any connections in Poland. What is more important, I didn't have any Karta Polaka, which actually makes your life easy. I didn't have it. I did everything with my hard work. What I had Polish language in which I've learned since 7. And I had parents which gave me full support and let me go so far alone, and they knew what it will cost them as well. And I'm not telling about money, I'm telling about mental health. And this is very good point to move further with the idea of what actually cost my parents my living abroad. Maybe we don't think about this a lot, and usually we don't focus on it. But once I got very big discussion in my head with myself. So, and my parents are also victims. And in my head, I'm very surprised of it, because I always ask myself, how was it possible that they allowed to go 17 years old girl abroad to live, to create her own life, knowing that probably they will not see her months, they will not see her years sometimes, and they still let me go, and they still support me in everything what I wanted to do, every single thing, for what I'm of course grateful. And sometimes they pushed me even, what was more surprised for me. And now I can only say that I've survived because my parents support me on calls every single minute when I needed it. But for them, they also lived a horrible life to understand that they're not able to come to me now, for example, when I settled already, and see how I'm living. Because for my brother, they can go, they can visit, they can do whatever they want, they even can go for weekends together, they can plan something together, and I cannot. I am alone. And they cannot fully feel how looks my living here, because it is completely different what they have there. And when I go back there, I'm trying to spend with them every single minute. And of course, I'm going there not so often how I wish to. And when I spend with them every single minute, it is not like to go somewhere or to do something. For me, it is so important just to be on the same couch, just to have together breakfast, just to have together lunch, just to, I don't know, to go to my grandma together, but to be together all the single minute, to talk about any stupid stuff which we want to talk about, to make a lot of laugh, to talk about something what made you angry, something what made you fun. And also there is a gap between life which you show your parents and which you actually live, because it is not that you don't want to show, it is just because you it's just hard to show how it really looks. You are trying to explain in the amount of information to not make them tired of listening. And I know that they are proud of me very much, and I also know that they see, for example, that I bought an apartment, they see which kind of job I have, they see how I'm living, for example, from Insta, from photo which I'm sending to the main chat. But still, full picture of my living, it's impossible to show. They don't know which kind of way I'm going to work. They don't know which kind of food I'm eating. Actually, the biggest part which changed in me, this is my habits in food. And they don't know, they still think that if I will be with them, I will eat the same what I ate when I was 17, 16. So, and I think that this part, what they know and what is real, it is part of deal when you are living abroad and so far. It means that you protect them a little bit and you carry something alone, because otherwise it will hurt them more than you. And in the end, if you will ask me at my 17s now, would I repeat this experience again? I would say just to myself that it will be harder than you think, but it's worth it. So just keep going and do what you've planned to do. If you are living far from your home, I see you and send you a lot of support. If you want to move abroad or somewhere far from home, I hope that it will help you to understand full picture which can meet you. And I will be grateful for subscription, and see you next video. Ciao, ciao.